Hi, Michaela Harris here with Timberlake Marketing. I want to take just a few minutes today to show you where you're leaving money on the table, where you could be getting more customers, and how you can beat out your competitors. So first things first, I see that you have a Google Business Profile. This is great. Always recommended to have one of these. Make sure that in here that you're filling out everything in its entirety. You get 750 words for this company description, and you can use as many of those as possible to describe your business. It'll help Google see that you're relevant, and it will also, you can throw in like 2 to 3 good keywords in that description, and that'll help you rank. And I'll explain what keywords are in just a minute. So the next thing I always say is to add a lot of photos and make sure those photos are saving as keywords as well. And then your next step would be to make sure that you have plenty of citations. Citations are just places like Yelp or Yellow Pages where your name, address, and phone number are listed. So if I take a look at your website, the first kind of thing that I notice is that your URL is kind of long. I do see that this is a Wix site, and a lot of times when you're not paying for a specific domain, sometimes free domains are good, but they are kind of long and lengthy. So again, I don't know if you paid for this domain or not, but to get something like a domain that was just wedoeverything.com or something like that, it's going to be easier for customers to find. The next thing, I actually like the way your website looks. I think it looks very nice and clean and professional, but there's not a lot of content, meaning a lot of words. So with that being said, we like to see about 1,500 to 2,000 words of good relevant content, and about every 150 words to see a good keyword. And there's not a lot of pages, which is when Google reads this, it's going to read the words and the images. And if there's not a lot for Google to see, Google algorithms are not going to see that your website is relevant, and it's going to make it harder for it to rank. And also, when you have pictures, you want to make sure that they save as keywords. So it's not always a bad thing to have your company name in there, but also to throw in a keyword in there as well. And making sure that your alternate text behind your images is keywords also helps. So now if I go, what I want to show you is kind of where you're leaving money on the table. So if I go search for your business, or if I go search for a handyman in Mobile, Alabama, then I'm seeing as a potential customer 3 businesses here. Most people are never going to click there and keep scrolling through the maps. They're going to go with the businesses that are easiest to find, which is going to be the top 3 of maps, which is where those citations and pictures and all those recommendations for that profile are important. But then they're also going to see the list of companies down here in this organic section. Now, it's super important to be on that first page because most people are never going to click on that second page. But it's not always enough to just be on the first page. You want to be in the first position because there's going to be a certain percentage of people who search whatever this term is. They're going to search, and there's only going to be a certain percentage that's going to click on that first URL. Once you get past that first URL, the chances of getting clicked on dramatically declines. So it's not always enough to just be on the first page. You want to be in the first position of the first page. Now, if we take a look at your website versus your top competitor, which in this case is a back page of Angie's, if we look at your website, you don't really have any backlinks or referring domains, but you're also not generating a lot of traffic. You're not on that first page, which is making it a lot harder for people to find you. Now, if I look at your top competitor from the search I just did on Google, you can see that they're generating 114 people clicking on their website every month. Now, like I said, this is a back page of Angie's List. This number is usually higher for individual businesses that are in that first position. So you can take a look and see what keywords are your competitors ranking for and kind of what the volume of people that are searching for that can be. So if I go look at these keywords, if you look and see that handyman Mobile, Alabama, that's what I searched for, gets 400 searches a month and has a very low KD. This means that it's not going to be hard to rank for, but a lot of people are searching for handyman, Mobile, Alabama. So what that means is that if you use these good keywords and you put them strategically throughout your website, as I explained before, then a lot of times with these KDs being this low, you can rank based off your content alone. So basically what you want to do is look for keywords that have a service or a buyer intent word, meaning someone who's ready to make a purchase, and a city. Find those with the highest volume and the lowest KD, and those are the ones you want to focus on throughout your website. The next thing you can do is look at their backlinks and referring domains. And like I said, those keywords are search terms. So you can take any of those keywords, search them in Google, get your top competitor, and repeat this process. You go when you look at what backlinks and referring domains your top competitors have. You want to make sure you're getting the powerful do follow ones that are relevant to the content that you are trying to rank for. It's not always enough to have quantity. You want to have good quality backlinks and referring domains. Spamming links are not going to get you anywhere. So ultimately, I understand this is a lot of information I'm throwing at you, and it can get confusing, but pretty much I just hope that this video added value to your company. And if you have any questions or would like more information, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.